Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And it almost feels like we were destined to get to this point. The top two seeds of the college football playoff have survived. They've been on a collision course all season long. They've come through the challenges and the distractions, and now they'll fight for that beautiful trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Guys up front line up. It's first down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7. Try to run it with the option. And the run moves the ball up to the 33. They need a yard here in 3rd down to keep this opening drive going. Try and muscle for the first down. A quick juke. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
Well, if you're going to win a national championship, when you get to 3rd downs, you've got to find a way to convert. And here on this opening drive, it's exactly what this offense has been able to do. This time on the ground, keep those sticks moving.
Off the play fake on first down. He's escaping the pocket now. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. To get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40.
It's a nice throw and a great catch by this USC wide receiver to pick up a first down. And boy, oh boy, USC quarterbacks and receivers, efficiency and timing and speed and execution. Well, they are putting it on display once again today.
And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs, and especially corners, that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
They're going to pick up the first down. Nice catch, but even a better throw to show that accuracy and efficiency from that quarterback spot. And my gosh, they have so many great quarterbacks over the years that played at USC. Go back to Carson Palmer, the year he won the Heisman. What a brilliant career he had for the men of Troy. Matt Leinart, think back to those Norm Chow offenses and the championships that Matt Leinart won. And, of course, more recently, Caleb Williams for Lincoln Riley, running and throwing and making throws just like that.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's third down. They're going to run the option. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Wow, you love to see this first drive of the game, and the offense goes to the ground game to come up with that critical first down here on third down. Impressive, and now they get a real shot here inside the 10-yard line.
And the Trojans looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal. First and goal, handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
So from the 9-yard line, it's second and goal. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
And he'll be brought down.
Boy, what a great job by this defense. They have really tightened things up here inside the 10-yard line. Seems like they're almost daring the offense to go for it here on fourth down. Let's see what the decision is.
And that one's straight down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Returner decides to fair catch this. First down here for this offense. Quarterback's got it on the option. It's a quarterback keeper. They'll tackle him right at the 31. A gain makes it second and medium. They'll try the option play here. Good enough for first down yardage.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
That's an important first down on that running play. It's an option look. Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And they'll get him down that time. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run the option. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
What a job at the line of scrimmage by this defense. Looked like a no-brainer. Second and short, easy first down. No. Denied. Stop. Bring up third down.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Here's the option play. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. They'll try to run it with the option. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, USC 3, Missouri 0.
This Missouri offense is moving quickly down the field. They're going to run the option. QB decides to keep it here. They'll toss it to the back. Oh, what a move. Goes right through the tackle. He's got room to run now. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri.
Love how the quarterback waited until the last possible second to draw the defense in until he pitches it out on the option play. And not only does he get big yards, but they turn into a touchdown.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. Kick goes through, so it's 7-3. Now they get set to kick it away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Trojans offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Takes the ball and heads to the left. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the runner takes off to his right. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field.
Boy, a thing of beauty, right, Chris? A USC running back picking up a first down on the ground, and they had so many great backs, and probably as many as anybody when it comes to counting up individual stars. I'm going back to guys like Charles White and Marcus Allen, both won the Heisman Trophy.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw. The freshman's able to get home with a sack.
Well, this sack is on the quarterback, in my opinion. Anytime you call a screen, you've got to be aware that that pass rush is coming in. Bait them towards you and go over top. This time, he's unaware of how quickly they're going to come in.
The sack sets up 2nd down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Tackled after a short return at the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. They stop him right at the 24.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football. Everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football. This offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day.
Quarterback's got it on the option. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. So a very makeable 3rd down for this offense from the 26-yard line. They'll try the option play here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
And the punt team makes its way onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the USC offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. There's the handoff. Oh, there's the stiff arm. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Escapes the pocket. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going. Fights off a defender.
Running back, Harris. He's brought down at the 35. Second down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Now here's the toss play. Finding some room at the 25. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Southern California. It was a foot race and he won it. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless for an offense.
Chris, that back was able to find that crease in the defense. Let's give credit to the big fellas up front for creating that crease. They all played a key role in that score.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. You'll call for the fair catch here. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. He's running out of time here. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
It's now second down.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Back in motion now. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
You know, on most of these counters, you leave the in-man on the line of scrimmage unblocked and you try to pull those offensive linemen to kick him out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire. And the defense knew exactly what was coming there.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. With some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Pitch play to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. Fair catch made at the 40. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
You know, a toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, play's going to blow up.
And runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. It's an option look. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
And he'll kick it away here. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Stop short of the marker after just a short gain. Here's the second down play. They'll run the option. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Here's the option play. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. One team ready to boot it away. Looking to flip the field here. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. He'll hand it off. And the defense tackles him in what should be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
USC 10. Missouri 7.
The Trojans will kick this away to get the second half going. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. We'll try to run it with the option. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. They're going to run the option. Quarterback still with the football. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a good call on the option, but the quarterback doesn't execute that well. I don't know if he was fooled by the way that defensive end slow played it or not, but the end deserves a lot of credit for coming up with a great tackle.
those critical third down plays coming up. Quarterback's got it on the option, and the quarterback keeps it here. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
A good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
They'll try the option play here. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Looking to pass this time. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got his man open downfield. Explosive play, and the offense will set up now inside the 30-yard line.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
This Missouri offense is moving quickly down the field. It's an option look. Quarterback keeps the football. They get him down, but that's a solid game.
Man, every single time this guy runs the option, you're kind of like holding your breath, wondering if he's going to break a tackle or get out into the open field and use his speed. He picks up some yards here, but let's see if this defense can keep putting pressure on him and not letting him get out into the open.
Missouri now operating in the red zone. He's going to hand this off. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Pitches to the back. Touchdown, Tigers. That puts them on top in the second half.
Well, that's just split-second decision-making that's necessary for the quarterback when running the option. He does a nice job of seeing the defender, brings him in, and then pitches it out to the back. The back takes it into the end zone for the touchdown.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-10 now. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. This one will be fair caught. And the Trojans offense is back out on the field. Play action here on first down. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. And a big gain across midfield moves the ball inside the enemy 40-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take long to figure out what kind of adjustments they made at halftime. Here we are, the very first series to start the second half in the championship game, and they're taking shots downfield. They clearly see matchups they want to take advantage of.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the option play. Defense all over the option play. Quarterback couldn't even get the pitch off.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Got it.
Crucial third down play right here. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down. And the Trojans will come to the line here, looking to keep the drive going on fourth down. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Lets it go quickly. And he's got it. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and a receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
And the Trojans pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Offense getting set. It's second down. We'll try to run it with the option. And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is give... better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on fourth down. They're going to run the option. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback's got it on the option. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Brings up second down. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Missouri 14, USC 10.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. They'll try the option play here. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line. Third down play for this offense. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense already has one fourth down conversion. They do it for a second time. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. And they finally get him down, but the quarterback keeper there picks up a big chunk and a first down.
I think it says a lot about this coach's confidence that he has in his team, that he sticks to running the football on fourth down. You know, a lot of teams, they might try to get cute, pull out a special play that they've been practicing for weeks. But not this guy. They just line up, run the ball, and pick it up.
Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Pitch to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, here we go, Chris. One of the biggest plays of the game. Third down and long with the lead late in the game. Clock is running. I think this is the time you call one of your favorite plays on this third down. At the same time, be very mindful. You cannot turn the football over.
Tough situation with the offense. Third and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. It's an option look. It's a quarterback keeper. He'll pitch it.
So, Chris, not only does he not pick up the first down, but he also goes out of bounds, which will stop the clock momentarily until the referee starts the play clock on the next play. Then the clock will start. But, man, I wish he would have done a better job of just having situational awareness.
Leading here late in the game, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to keep possession and stretch the lead. They'll run the option. And now it's fumbled. What a decision. The offense recovers, but they're way short of the marker. Ends up killing the drive.
Well, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
And the USC offense is back out on the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. And now the handoff. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback and told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
And the Trojans looking to cash in this red zone trip. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. We It's the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Toss play to the outside. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Well, when you get down into the red zone, one thing we know about quarterbacks in the passing game is the windows are tight. Love to see this offense here picking up some positive yards down in this tight area by getting the ball to a playmaker and letting him do his thing.
Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. Ball handed off. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup. 1st and goal. And the offense punch it in and claim the lead here in the 4th quarter. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. They jump in front here in the 4th.
Just a great job by this offensive line in the back to get the ball into the end zone. Now you go up by 2 here late in the game. It's the national championship. Pretty easy. Kick the extra point to give yourselves that 3-point lead.
And he knocks through the PAT. The kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. Last time they went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Here's the option play. QB decides to keep it here. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. They'll try to run it with the option. Some hard running there through a tackle. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. They're going to run the option. Quarterback still with the football. They're going to run it. Matt gets the carry. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after running for the 1st down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
Boy, I thought he might take that one all the way to the house. What a nice job by being able to find that lane in that defense. He picks up big yards, and the defense is fortunate to get him out of bounds there inside the 10-yard line.
Quarterback's got it on the option. And the defense just makes the stop short of the goal line. Brought down at the 1. Timeout called by the defense, their 1st of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. solid gain puts him in good position for second down and goal. They'll try the option play here. Nowhere to run up the middle. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now third down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, a field goal here now on fourth down is obvious. You have a chance in the second half to tie the game up. But think about it. I mean, you're right on the doorstep. What are you going to do? Are you going to tie this game? Or are you going to take the lead?
This could be the biggest play so far. 4th and goal. And this offense is down. Needs this. It's an option look. The back's got it on a pitch. No, he didn't make it. They stopped him short on 4th down. That could be the play of the game, and that could do it.
Well, this is the risk you take as a play caller. So often people want to try to go for it on 4th down, but you got to be careful. As you see right here, the defense makes the play to get the ball back themselves.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk, national champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are official, your kings of college football and national champions, the USC Trojans.